Slag. Lag. Lag. It's your own fault. That's your own fault. I guess I'm just talking in tongues now. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Since you don't listen. Oh, well, no, you're not doing this now. Was I talking to you? I mean, if you want to keep inserting yourself, that's fine. But I have a lot of colorful things to say. If you want to keep doing that, not directed towards you, but like if you want to keep inserting yourself, then you might as well be part of the conversation. Anyway, thank the Lord that's Friday tomorrow, yeah? We're talking to somebody that is like stuck having to do like four people's work. That's with no pay increase, no nothing. I mean, I don't expect a significant boost, but like you're trying really hard to keep me there for another hour, and I don't fucking appreciate that. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Why even give them more time? They are wasting enough of my time. Why would I give them more time to waste? So no, I don't need to talk to anyone. I just do my thing and then leave whenever that opportunity arises, which could be sooner, depending on how things go. Well, quite frankly, I don't need to say shit. Like if I need to do something that needs to be done, I'm going to end up doing it, and I don't need to tell you the damn thing. The news, yeah, I was looking at the analytics. I'm like, holy shit, I'm really that shy of 4,400. I'm only 10 subs away from 4,400. That's 4,400. That's what I mean by 4,400. Not concerned though, because I ain't doing anything special. Because like it means nothing to me. Well, it seems like the VRC stuff is popular for some reason, despite there not being actual content. They're more like YouTube shorts, where they're just uploaded as a video, but for some reason they're popular. Do I though? Because I can't really gather much from a clip that's only about 11 seconds long that had like 100 people watching at one point, or impressions or something in that. I don't know how it's actually handled. It was in somebody's line of sight and there was 100 people. So it was on somebody's screen just long enough to be calculated. I don't know anything would actually come from it. Because because when I say I'm in doubt, I know what I'm talking about. What does DSP even mean? Really, really, sir? D. D for dino, D for doggo. The letter D. Is English too hard? English would not be Englishing today, folks. Um, what does DSP even mean? Delusional something personnel? I don't know. Disabled special person. There you go. Maybe the cat knows. I hear him meowing. Well, he's like tech support, so I know, right? Mm. Babe. Oh man, I'm just genuinely mad. I'm stuck having to do so many things for like very little return. Mm. Not even worth it. For a dollar less, for a dollar less, you could be flipping burgers. You could, I don't know, do what I used to do and just be a lead. Dollar less. That was a dollar less than what I'm doing right now. In more ways, it's a step back. 15-minute breaks are not even a guaranteed. Like they just aren't. So why even bring food if you're not going to be able to fucking eat? Lunch is something you do have to take though. So if you're like caught up in the middle of a run that, let's say, takes you about another half hour to complete, then you would take it after that run. Granted, there's the whole priority ordeal, but you do have to take it. But the whole like 15-minute break that you get throughout the day, that's not like it's not even a guaranteed. Like you'll get that whatsoever. I've overheard an individual that was basically in a conversation with someone over the phone, and they were like, "Yeah, there's been days where I either took 5 to 10 minutes or I didn't take a break at all, unless it was lunch." Like it's absolutely ridiculous for a full-time employee to not have those as a guarantee. Like I get that things happen, and you have to maybe take it later in the day. You know what I mean? But they made it such a stink. Like n- like it's not a guaranteed. At least at the other place I used to work, like when that bell rung, you're supposed to stop working. Otherwise, you can get in trouble for it. Like, even if we're slumped with work, you have to stop when that bell rung. Even if you were running late and you show up 5 minutes before the 15-minute break, you're sitting through that 15-minute break with us. Like it was a guarantee that you were going to take that break, regardless of how backed up in work you were. It's ridiculous. I don't know how anyone there that's been there for like 20 something freaking years is still able to work like that. Like I have to ask you, what the fuck are you doing? I know I'm swearing a bit in this stream, but what the fuck are you doing? It's not just simple walk either, because like my zones are on one side of the building, and then I got to take care of this other zone that's on the other side of the building. It's just walking simulator. At this rate, I don't see myself being there. that much longer. And the whole shtick that they prefer you to be there before 7, bitch, that's not fucking happening. I don't drive, which is something they keep forgetting for some reason. And given the current state of things, trying to own a vehicle is a waste. It's a waste of money. It's not even worth it, all things considered right now. Given the state of the current economy, it is not worth owning a vehicle right now. Like, I've been told by several people it's not even worth it. Hey, It's all democracy. Yeah. Unless we're talking about the states. It's just chaos here. We have an orange man doing orange man things. There's a stone nugget that keeps appearing out of nowhere. Right, we're talking about these bipedal monkey looking things called humans. Yeah, that body shape mod for Oblivion was, well, obliviated. It was banned in 30 minutes. You're right. You probably find it on like Game Banana or some shit. I mean, I thought you guys were all welcoming to mods. Granted, mods that are actually, you know, not leading into XYZ, but you get the point. But no, you're all about picking and choosing what's allowed in your site, despite what your terms of service would say. Should I even still use Nexus? Some Power World mods has also just upgraded and vanished too. Hell, even some of the Marvel Rival mods has also disappeared. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it right here. Hold on. You Nexus mods, admins, moderators, whoever the fuck you are a bunch of fucking pussies. And no, I would not be giving you fucking money either. Why even use Nexus mods, man? Why even use it? Twitch is probably not gonna like that I said that, but no one's watching either. I mean, I'm just spitting facts over here. You know what the Nexus mod admins or moderators are like, right? They're basically like the Reddit rejects, Reddit users. I mean, like they also just look like freaking goblins. So yeah, you're about. They look just as like your average Reddit user, a goblin. Or if you really want to be talking, Kiwi Farms. The place where real degenerates go. It is as bad as you think it is. You can sit here and try to convince me that Kiwi Farms is great and all, but you can also just find your own stuff on Kiwi Farms. You started looking hard enough for it. They're not inclined to remove any of that. In fact, you can't even delete your own account. Like you cannot. Period. So now, I mean, Reddit's not any better either, but like at least when you have a question, chances are it's answered on Reddit. I know it's a hot take and all, but comment section exists. Not like anyone reads it, so continue to yell into the void, I guess. I mean, the void is lonely. Anyway, enough about garbage sites. Oh, this is the spot where I could just go around in circles. Oh, well. Hello. Are there many fishes? Well, I can't see them right now, but there are fish in the water. Where they go? They're probably just swimming around under the surface. You have to really look for them. They're actually just a world toggle here, so it's more or less just an effect. But they're here. Oh, so you can make more happen? I wouldn't say make more happen. They are around, just not visible. They are around. They are around. They are around. Apparently, that's all they had to say. Okay. I don't even have chat on screen. You know what? That's fine. Foam or whatever. Oh, okay. So that cardboard uh box, right? That one? It's so cozy. I think his child would find usage of that box because Kitty. Speaking of which, she's been awfully quiet. Hmm. What's that? Or he just decided to teleport? Wonder how he does it. Walls collapse. And like when the camera cuts back to him, he's sitting there trying to put on his fake beard. Did he just call the character Warlock? No, he's a werehog. That's not Warlock. You know, that's probably one of the more annoying aspects of that game, but that's a werehog. Another bot. What? Pretty sweet, huh? when they opened his when they opened their arms, man, they were really open. There really is nothing going on right now. Hmm. Magic. Pixels, Pixie, Swirl, whatever your name is. Oh no, what? Hello? Oh no, what? Oh, before. Well, okay. Welcome. Hi. Very boring here. Not much going on. I mean, there would be, but it's Thursday night. What did I expect? What have you been up to? Let's see, you've been streaming for 1 hour and 38 minutes. Nothing now. Just chilling. As of more exactly 1 hour. Yeah. Kind of thought you weren't on at all. Yeah. Thought you weren't on at all. Well, change of plans, I guess. Well, that's on them. When many people come by, that's on them. Is this your first live? No, no, this isn't my first. Yeah. You got any plans for the stream? No? No, I'm too busy. I ain't got no damn plans. We kind of just chill around here the time being. Hi, Tech. Hello, Tech. 2,000 hours is like 80 something days, I think. Nothing much going on here, Tech. Proton. Yeah, ain't nothing going on here. I mean, it's a freaking weekday, nonetheless. I mean, what would I expect to be going on here? Well, you want me to make chirp noises or something? I'm not making burb noises. No, because that's embarrassing. It's also not needed. Yeah, no wonder I don't hear anything about Jolly anymore. The fan game series. Let's see. No, though it would attract people to come and watch. What are you talking about? Well, people watch streams for the yap and interaction. Well, there's hardly anyone here. So, so what would the point be? Oh, okay, sure. Interact with directly. On a Thursday night where like the average viewer count is 0.2 on average Thursday night, I guess. Yeah, sure. The microphone is picking up stuff in the background. Turn that down even further. Always like the behind the scenes, like, oh yeah, it was in development hell because like the developer doesn't know what the hell they're doing. To anyone that's working on projects with other people and expecting to get paid and et cetera, make sure there's some kind of like documentation that is signed. Granted, it needs to be legal. You know what I mean? Like you need to have some kind of documentation that some handshake took place. Because like if I'm working right and I'm not paid at all or on time in a timely manner, I would have no problem dropping the project. Quite frankly, you know, when you are like the glue of the team and the person that is the glue just leaves, then like the whole project just falls apart. If you're not willing to pay me accordingly, then I will have no problem watching your project fall apart. Sorry, but I'm not an idiot, so let's see. I was thinking about watching YouTube'Bloob, but decided to hoop on Twitch and see who's streaming. There's quite a lot of people. I don't know people. He's played the whole stick of, well, this is a fan game. It's not a real job, etc. Yet until you start throwing money around, then it's no longer a fan project. It's a job. Like straight up, it's a job. It's no longer a passion project that he keeps wanting to spout. English would not be Englishing in the call. Well, at that point, you're turning a hobby into a job, which I think is what the goal, what most people want. But I also understand the question. Like, I think all of us would love to turn a hobby into a job, but then the question is, right, would it be like sustainable to like do it that way? Well, that depends on the situation. I mean, like if I'm still going to be outpacing all the employers around me, all I'm doing is just wasting time going to those people. Yes, like 30K a year is only 10K more than what I used to make. But if I'm sitting here making double that, triple that even, just by sitting in my own place, that all I'm doing is just wasting time going to these employers that can care less about you. I mean, I already told you how I feel, and I'm like already unsatisfied, and that's just putting it lightly. There's a lot more I could say, and I've been doing the same crap for a goddamn decade at this point. It's not worth it, in my opinion. It's a waste of time. And for what? To hang around folks that has less time than both of my fucking mobile phone plans put together, which they don't expire for another year and a half, 2 years. Let's see. What about projects? I didn't hear you. Oh, what did I mention about what did I say about projects? Oh God. Does anyone remember? You mean those projects? I said about projects. I'm sure it could be brought up in the replay, but still. And I'm sleep deprived. And I got like health issue or medical issue, whatever you want to call it. Which only gets as bad because it's in a constant state of irritation. Anyone who has had a wound before would know that when you have something that's in constant irritation, what has a tendency to always happen? It reopens, and when it reopens, what happens? It bleeds, right? Yeah, that's what I'm having to deal with. I'm doing more harm to myself just going to this place, if anything, because it takes on average about 4 weeks to heal. We are now towards the end of freaking April, and this started back in November. I think it's been I think it's been more than just 4 weeks, don't you say? But I don't have to deal with any of that BS. Yeah, yeah. I got nothing to say on that. You seem like you've gotten your fair share. I got more than a fair share. Oh, I gained another sub apparently on YouTube. Yeah, progress. Despite the fact that I think it's not going to go anywhere. Many others out there can relate, but I can't. Oh, yeah, not only have I had a fair share, but it's a fair share with a short end of the stick. Don't know what it's like to have a longer stick. What is that even like? At this point, I just like tune people out and just go to autopilot. And I was like, I would actively avoid communicating with people. That's how bad it's gotten. Like when I go in to grab like the scan gun along with batteries and whatnot, I don't even interact with my boss in the morning. In fact, I don't even think she knows. I don't think she knows that I even enter the room at any point. See, I have +10 to stealth because like people seem to also forget that I'm in the same room half the time. Then again, we're talking about people that is old enough to be people's mothers or fucking grandparents even. So I'm so tired of working around these types of people. I'm not saying that they're awful, but like I can't really connect with people that are like 3 times my freaking age, you know? Mm-hmm. 29. Many others can be like that, and they say sus. Mm, sus, huh? Well, I'm pretty sure there's an imposter among us too. Yeah, maybe it's you. Yeah, I ain't no imposter. I think the imposters are the NPCs that, are constantly spouting unskippable dialogue. Just something I constantly joke about at work now because I can't. I'm not there to have a conversation with you. I'm there to just do my work and then go home. Like the best part is clocking out and keeping my phone on airplane mode because you can get called back to work, but I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep this on airplane mode and forget about it. It's because sometimes there would be orders that come in late. It is their problem, which is why I keep my phone on airplane mode until I'm like ways away. Yeah. Also, not being noticed could be a win if you're antisocial, in my opinion. Followed by really? Yeah. This is just a baby. Yeah, check something real quick. This is just in here, apparently. Okay. No, this is not even the right drive. Whoops. What job makes you turn on airplane mode, though? No, they don't make you, but like you don't want to be that guy where like you're in the same room with your boss and like suddenly your phone goes off because you can't get into trouble for that. Also because in my case it actually costs money when I'm not on Wi-Fi because that's data that's solely being used even if you're not, actively using the device yourself. So I just keep it on me. And of course, I take it off of airplane mode when I'm, during break, right? But I also keep it on me because of family. Family's more important than some replaceable job. Just saying. I mean, we had a health scare recently, so I need to always have that with me. I may not. I mean I don't want to spend more money on some data, but I need to keep that line open. So it's not 24/7. And at this place in particular, it's like an additional hour after the shift, quote unquote, shift is over. I mean, I'm done at what, 5:15 ish. Uh, but the place doesn't like close its doors until 7. So like the like the portion where the actual like customer, quote unquote customer, not bots, where the actual bots come in, that area is open from 8 to 5. So it's like the order. I'm not getting into detail, but like the audacity of that meeting. I already told you about that. Because God forbid I want to actually get out in time and not have to walk across town, excuse me, to get home. But you want to like sit here and say that, not helping out others is selfish, XYZ. That's a lot of talk for somebody that has a ratio of 1 to 7. Meaning that out of the past 7 freaking months, to those that are still here, out of the 7 freaking months, I've been the only successful new hire at the time of that meeting, anyway. But since then, I've seen new people come. They last about 3 to 4 weeks and then they leave. I think we're on our like eighth guy now, so we are. Yeah, and then they want to wonder why, right? Why they have such a high turnover rate. Oh, and then relying on employees to get word of mouth out there, which again, let me remind you, as somebody who was unfreaking employed at some point, you guys didn't show up once during that meeting because I only went to only one of the meetings. Um, that job fair that was haphazardly put together at the previous employer, you guys weren't there either. Only found out because of word of mouth from my stepdad. That's the only reason that I knew that you guys were hiring. No job postings elsewhere, nothing. And like you wonder why you can't really keep people too. In my case, you guys are on the other side of town, so it's an hour there, an hour back. Even if I took the earliest bus out of here, I would still be waiting an hour because the bus that goes by that place only runs once per hour. Oh, good Lord. Is anyone still here? Both. Uh, it's getting late. I have to head out. I hope things eventually turn around for you. Yeah, I hope so too. Especially that, a person that want to talk about, signing that piece of paper saying that, you got obligations here. Oh, is that how we're playing the game now? Okay, well, as a freaking developer for Fortnite Creative, I also have an obligation to do that too, and soon to be Twitch. You guys are not my only obligation. Like they really aren't by technicality. Since, people want to play that rule, I might as well throw that out there. Especially in this economy. Yeah, this economy is a joke. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, but I don't see myself doing this kind of work again after this. Especially the full-time department. The full-time is a joke. I know he's not part of the stream, but I'm also talking to someone on Telegram. Um, yeah, what was the reason I got back into this? Right, because I knew that the days at the other place was numbered, and obviously I was unemployed for a month, a single month, by the way, and I kind of just had more spare time. And I'm not gonna like suddenly go back on where we are now because they said so. You know what I mean? I even told my folks about it. I'm like, I'm so freaking close to making this a reality. Why would I quit now? Because some Joe Schmo over there isn't liking the idea that I may have other places to attend to. You know what I mean? Look, I may be a small creator. I put that in quotes, by the way, but at this point, these platforms are labeling me as a creator, so I just might as well say creator. Um, I have a shot at making it a reality. I don't expect to go like big or anything because that would be stupid to think of. Um, well, I hate large group of people. I think what we have here right now is just fine for what it is right now. Um, okay, I don't expect to be that popular, sir. Do I though? No, because at that point you need to talk to a group of people, and then it's like just leave me the freak alone. If Twitch allowed it, I would honestly just turn off chat at some point. But then, like, what the hell is the point of even streaming? Oh, what's that? There's a follower mode here. Let's put follows. Oh wait. Oh wait. Pretty much everyone here is a follower, so this feature does nothing. I don't know what I would do if that ever happened, but at the same time, I can't really fathom the idea because I don't see myself being that popular. You're asking me to look beyond the horizon, and there's nothing beyond that horizon. Yeah. I'm fine being small. I mean, like a year later after applying for that, I get recognized as a developer is already a feat in and of itself. I can't say I'm too shocked by it either, but like to know that I got an email that I was invited to some sort of like event with other developers of the same community is something because I don't see anyone I know doing that. It's a shame that I can't go to it, unfortunately. Um, I think I expressed it before, but it's like even if I could go to it, I would have to like spend that exorbitant amount of money, and it's like despite me doing fine, despite me doing better than I was, 12 months ago, I still don't feel comfortable spending that much on some piece of paper to like get there to point A to point B. You know what I mean? Because that's all what you're really paying for. So, and on top of that, it's not like they'll probably just broadcast it anyway for the general public to join or get involved. So it's like, why even go? Why even go when like by the time these devs find out what they're going to be revealing or whatnot, the public already knows about it. And I do follow quite a bit of leakers from the community that leaks this kind of information, so it's not like I won't know about it. They are reliable, by the way, reliable sources. So I can't. I just if I could, I would, but this isn't the time for that, or ever personally. Oh wait, we're all still here, right? Right, 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 right. Especially this economy. Yeah. But anyway, we're talking about a future that doesn't exist. So I'm thinking fine what I'm doing right now. All right, thanks for stopping by. We're gonna be ending the stream now because I do have other things I need to work on too. And it's also getting late on my end too. So that's about it. See you. Yeah, I'm not gonna like come back tomorrow and suddenly I have like double the follower count, right? Nah, I think I'm fine where I'm at. Yeah, like the time I was like raided by bots and we tried reporting them, and like Twitch to this day still has done nothing about. There's nothing else I can do about that. We already did our part. All right, seriously though, I'm gonna end this now.